Dear God, we thank you for this man and this woman. Together, they can conquer anything.
Quest is a portrait of an American family shot over 10 years. In 2006, long time ago when I was a younger man, I was teaching a photography class in the neighborhood where the film takes place. It's called North Philadelphia. And one of my students, this guy named JC, was like, hey, my brother runs a music studio out of his house a couple blocks away. Do you want to meet him? So kind of that led to this encounter. I met my main protagonist, Christopher Rainey, goes by the nickname Quest, after his music studio, EverQuest Recordings. And he basically invited me to come to the studio to take pictures of his guys recording, to promote the studio. And I just felt like there's something really magical, beautiful here, and I wanted to just spend some time. And so we ended up spending, a year doing a photography project, and then I felt like still photo wasn't quite the proper medium to tell the story. And I'd never made a documentary before, but I felt like cinema was, the way to go with this. And I thought we were gonna do a short little thing, and we started it up in 2007, and it took me 10 years to finish. And there you go. That's the short story.
CBS News projects Obama re-elected.
I wish my mom would have seen this. She'd have been tripping.
They really just pulled my man over.
Everybody's suspect, so proven innocent.
The majority of those who died today were children. As a country, we have been through this too many times.
They're really proud of who they are. They want to be heard. They want to be understood. They want to use their story to kind of build community and bring positive change in the world. And so they're really excited to kind of have their story out there and to continue collaborating, to kind of inspire people and kind of challenge people through their story and the things that they've gone through.
All I can do is scream at the top of my lungs and run.
Right here at 23rd North, right at the corner.
When the gun is fired in our community, it's killing all of us. So we must come together.
Stop the violence! Stop the violence! Increase the peace!
Well, it's funny. I've really been inspired, this year, like having my film come out. And then there's been a lot of amazing films that have come out this year, and I've had the amazing privilege and opportunity to kind of meet other filmmakers and kind of meet them over and over again at festivals. And so like Yancey Ford from Strong Island, and there's Jeff Une from The Cage Fighter. Just like these other filmmakers that are in it with me have put their heart and soul, kind of into their own films, and now we're able to kind of connect. Like, here's these things we're kind of in this like world, just like making our movies, and now they're out and we're able to connect like that. That journey is a wild journey, and there's only a handful of people that are crazy enough to do it. And so it's really been a privilege to kind of hang out and be inspired by the cohort of films that have come out in 2017 that have been on sort of the festival trail with. I like David Fincher and like Darren Aronofsky. Like, there's stuff about them in terms of the fiction film that I like really got excited about as a teenager. But also for me, like, I think that my main connection to cinema and filmmaking was like watching skate videos, and just like there's this like lo-fi quality and just people making movies with their friends. And so like, Toy Machine and Welcome to Hell and these like skate videos that, kind of came out in the 90s. Like, that was like, oh, anyone can do this. You can like point a camera, it's someone doing something crazy. And that's sort of how I started out before I got into the documentary type of stuff. So, I don't know, the whole skate, and I don't even know who the guys are who made them. It's just like, whatever. But that definitely inspired me and kind of made me feel like, all right, I'm gonna get a VHS camera and start making stuff when I was like 13 years old, and that was the beginning of the journey. There's also Harmony Korine and Julian Donkey Boy. Like, that's just a wild, weird, amazing film that like has always moved me. It's like emotional and quirky. So, that's another one. Harmony Korine, Julian Donkey Boy, Gummo too. So yeah. It takes a lot out of you to make a 10-year film. But the reality is that I'm already 6 years into another film. So for me, I'm very process oriented, and I love being with a camera and being with a subject that I find interesting and just hanging out together. It's like I'm just hanging out with my friends and just filming and just making art, framing out, shots, and I love that. So I'm already 6 years deep into another one, but finishing a film is really hard. For me, the filming part is the easy part, but then it's like financing and edit and then all the stuff that comes after. So I don't know if I have after this one, I might try to do something, maybe shoot for 2 months and then make a movie out of that. But I thought Quest was going to be like a 2-month project too, so no guarantees.
It seems like nobody cares about this little section of the city.
There's anger, there's sadness, and confusion. As a mom, all we can do is roll with the punches.
You got the seed, somebody needs to plant that seed and let it grow, and that's what I'm trying to do for my neighborhood.
North Philly, have a Quest.
We could have recorded that whole thing. That was art.